How come you think that you need to have a six-figure pediatric sleep consulting business to feel successful? Because honestly, this is not true for everyone. Today, we're going to redefine what success means for you, connect that to your income goals, and then show you how to calculate exactly how many clients you need to get there based on your priorities, not on someone else's. Hey, it's Rianna again. Welcome to lesson 4 of the Clarity Code for Pediatric Sleep Consultants. Today we are going to redefine what success means to you, connect your definition of success to your income goals, break down your minimum versus your desired income, and show you realistic conversion rates so you know exactly what it takes to get there. Now, I want you to know that success doesn't look the same for everyone. A six-figure business is not the only definition of success. For some, success means spending more time with your kids. For others, it's being present for school drop-offs or in pickups. For some, it's contributing to the family budget while maintaining flexibility. For others, it's scaling to replace or exceed a full-time income. In lesson 1, we talked about intention and your personal why. You wrote down, why are you building this business, right? Now, your income goal is tied to your definition of success. So, let me share a personal example. I'm living a nomadic lifestyle, always on the move, and I want to be able to move whenever I want and work wherever and whenever I want. And working with a coach, she told me that not taking calls will limit my income potential. And you know what? That is fine with me because to me, freedom is more important than making any amount of money at this stage of my life. So you need to know what are your priorities, what are your non negotiables. Because if your business requires you to sacrifice what matters most to you, that's not success, right? I can make six, seven, eight figures if I want to. But if that's sacrificing the freedom that I'm actually craving for, the first reason why I built my business and not work a 9 to 5 on a location, that doesn't make sense. So the first thing we need to do is define your minimum income. Your minimum income is the amount you need to cover your essential living expenses, cover your business expenses, and then add basic savings and taxes to it. So if you have a job, your business income might just need to cover your business cost and add a little cushion, right? But if you're a stay-at-home mom, you might want to contribute a consistent $500 to $200 or $2,000 per month for the flexibility within your family. If you're replacing a job, your minimum will reflect your monthly living costs. So here's an example that you can see below. The living expenses, for example, are 2.5. Business expenses are $300. Savings and taxes is $400. So then it means that for a minimum, you need 3.2K a month. So this is your first milestone. This is a very important number to know. So this is what you need to hit on a monthly basis. Then next, we're going to define your desired income. Your desired income is what allows you to add comfort, flexibility, travel, fun, massages, dinners, and extra savings. So, for example, your minimum is now 3,200, and you want to add some extra for travel activities, investments, let's say 1.3. Then your total desired income is like 4.5 to 5K per month. So if you think about this still doesn't make the six-figure business, right? 12 times 5 is not the 100,000 that we're aiming for. But now your desired income is actually personal. It's actually based on your definition of success. All the extra is great, but will this make you feel more successful? Will it make you feel more happy? Probably not, because you just measured that this is what you need. This is your desired income. So this is your focus point. Now in step 3, we're going to reverse engineer your pricing. So if your core package is $500 and your minimum income is 3.2, that means you need 7 clients per month. If your desired income is 5K, then you need 10 clients per month to reach this goal. Does it make sense? So I have another couple of examples. Like if your sleep package is $600, then you need a minimum of 6 clients to reach your minimum income. For your desired income, you need 8 to 9 clients. What I want to show you here is that the higher you go in your package, the easier it's going to be to reach your desired income. Now, this feels a lot of times very uncomfortable. I wrote about this in the Sleep Consultant Playbook. If you don't have it yet, I would highly recommend go on Amazon and grab it. I have a whole chapter talking about this because it's not that you're scared of raising your prices. It is that you don't see the value in raising your prices. So there is this exercise. I didn't add it to the book, but I have it in one of my courses. And it is like, if I tell you now that you need to sell your sleep consultant package for $2,000, tell me how you're going to make this valuable. What are you going to do for that? Now, this is helping you to think outside of the box. And this is not telling you to charge $2,000. But for example, if I say $2,000, how can you make it worth it? Some will say, oh, I'm going to take a plane and I fly to them and I do it in person. Others say, I'm going to be on call, video call the whole night, keeping an eye, whatever it is, I'm going to create a course that they can, or they have access to a program that is running for 12 months after they signed up. Or, you're going to think differently. And then if you can create that value and then don't put the $2,000 price, but the $1,000 price, it's suddenly worth it, right? Because the value is $2,000 and you charge $1,000. Isn't that so much easier to convince somebody to pay for it? It's going to feel so much in integrity, right? So this is why I wanted to show you this. Is the higher your charge, the easier it is to reach your minimum and your desired income. The lower you charge, the more clients you need, the more work it's going to take, and the more issues you're going to run into as well. Now I want to share something about realistic conversion rates so you really understand, because I see so many sleep consultants fall for the social media trap. They start an Instagram account, they reach out to me after like 3-4 posts and they say it doesn't work. I have no followers, nobody likes my posts. And I want you to understand something, to understand how many leads you actually need to reach these client goals. So your warm audience, also in about this, I write in the Sleep Consultant Playbook about it. It makes a lot of sense when you read this. Your warm audience are people who like, know, and trust you. So the conversion rate on average is here 5 to 10%. So that means that if you need 7 clients, you need 70 to 140 warm leads per month. Do you see the amount of work it takes to get those 7 clients? I just want you to understand, because too often we think, yeah, I sent 10 messages and I still have no clients. But if you see this, it makes sense, right? Because 10 messages, 5 to 10% conversion rate would be a half a client. So that is not. So if you need 7 clients, you need 70 to 140 warm leads per month. This is why in the Sleep Consultant Playbook, I'm explaining that if you need clients, you need to create a list of at least 50 people. So you're sure that you're going to have your first client in the first month. Now, I'm going to show you something that is going to be a bit shocking then, because your cold audience, and these are the people on Instagram who just see your post, who come across your post, or maybe click on follow, they're still not a warm audience. These are your cold audience, and here the conversion rate is between 1 to 3%. You see how low that is? So that means if you need 7 clients, you need 233 to 700 cold leads per month. Do you have 700 new followers each month? Do you have 700 people who like your posts, who actually start interacting? Because the moment they start interacting, then they turn into warm leads and then your conversion rates are going up. So this is why I say social media is a trap. It is great once you're longer in business. And I don't say to not go on social media, but in the beginning of your business, and if you're in need of clients right now, you need to focus on your warm audience. This is so much easier. So your warm leads, they come from your community, like local community, from your personal Facebook account, from referrals, from an email list that you might have set up if you're longer in business. And your cold leads are from ads, for example, or from collaborations, or cold outreach by posting on social media. Now, if you don't have a big audience, focus on warm lead generation first. This is the easiest way to get clients, to create some income, and to feel a little bit more at peace in your business. Now, I want to align this with whatever season of your life you are in. So if you're now having a full-time job, 1 to 3 clients may be perfect for you while you build your systems, because then the income is not that important yet, but you need to get the practice in and start building your business, right? If you have a part-time job, then maybe you should aim for 3 to 5 clients per month, because this is going to give you a bit more flexibility, but it also helps you to grow to eventually get out of that part-time job if that's the goal. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you should maybe aim between 2 to 4 clients per month. And if you're in this full-time, aim for the 7 to 10 clients per month. Really focus on this. Don't let yourself get distracted by any other things. This is gonna, if you keep focused on this, then it's able to replace or to grow your income sustainably. Now, what does this look like in terms of timeline expectations? Now, let's have a look. This is what I would suggest: 0 to 3 months, clarity on your offer, messaging, first clients. This is the first 3 months that you should be focusing on. If you don't have clients yet, start from here. Next 3 to 6 months, then you consistently start hitting your minimum income. So this is the first phase. Do you see we're 6 months in the business already? So many sleep consultants after 3 months give up because they think it doesn't work. It just takes time, consistency and time. The next 6 to 12 months, then you move toward your desired income goal. You see, also, this is why I would never recommend to leave your full time or your part time job when you didn't replace your income yet. I've worked the first, I think it was 1.5, 2 years full time by setting up my pediatric sleep consulting business and my postpartum doula practice. And then I started reducing with 1 day because it started being able to replace that part of my income. And then only once it started replacing my full income on a consistent base of 6 months, that's when I quit my job. I never wanted to start a business and be in need of money, being stressed about money. I never wanted that. I wanted to build a business that can feel great and be sustainable, but that it's taking time, especially in the beginning. So, and then the next 12 to 24 months, that's the time you can add scalable offers like workshops, groups, courses, and products to help you increase your income without adding more one-on-one clients. Because there's at one moment you hit a cap. You cannot take on, I know a sleep consultant who did 17 clients in a month, but she burned out after that. So that's not what we want. So there's a maximum of amount of clients that you can take. And then is the moment, only then is the moment to add these scalable offers to it. So, what is your takeaway here? Your income goals should align with your life goals and your values, not just a 6-figure business that everybody is talking about. Success is personal, it's not defined by somebody else telling you what that should look like. And know that you build this gradually. So, if you build this gradually, if you're in it for the long term, this is how you not burn out. Clarity creates confidence. When you have confidence, it creates consistency. And when you have consistency, it creates clients. So make sure that you write down your definition of success: freedom, time, money. Why money? Your minimum income goal, your desired income goal, your offer price, and then the amount of clients you need to reach your goal. And then you can multiply it for your warm audience with 5 to 20%, or with your cold audience 1 to 3%. And then you know how many people you need to reach out to, how many leads you need to create to actually reach your goal. Building a business is not about just numbers. It's about building a life, building a business that aligns with your priorities. At least that's for me, and I hope that's for you as well. And also remember, if you burn out, the opportunity to help families is gone. I don't want that for you. I want you to be in it for the long run. This is my mission. I'm helping you because I know my impact is going to be bigger if you help other sleep consultants or other parents, right? I can help only 10 families a month, but if I help 10 sleep consultants a month, they can help each 10 is 100 families that I'm impacting by the work that I'm doing. And that for me is the whole point. So know your numbers, respect the season of your life you're in, if you're having another job that you're running, and stay consistent. Now, this is completing your Clarity Code series. Now it's time to execute and build your business in a way that serves your life and not the other way around. So I'll see you in the next video. You've got this.